Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody's weekend going? How's everybody's Saturday going? What is going on, everyone? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know, the regular season's over, or not the regular season, but baseball season is over. It's over, but things are heating up. Things have been heating up in the last 24 hours, particularly with the New York Yankees. Of course, there was some other moves that went down in baseball too, but I felt like with Anthony Rizzo's option being declined and Gerrit Cole opting out of his contract, Luke Weaver being brought back. So a lot has happened in the last 24 hours. But real quick, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel out. I have a goal in mind. I don't know if we'll get to that goal, but my goal by spring training, I would love to be at 2,000 subscribers. That's my goal. If we get there, awesome. If not, no worries. I'm not worried about it. But it's 2,000 subscribers, though. That's going to be my goal for, till spring training. But make sure y'all are hitting those heart emojis down there at the bottom. But let's say what's up to the chat real quick, and then we'll have some conversation about the few moves that went down. So we got Jonathan in the chat. What's up, Jonathan? Stephen B. Jacob Petruzzi. What's going on? The Back It Up Binge podcast. What is going on? Ken, what's going on, man? CT Cards. What is up? Oh, no. Okay. Found out that you have gum cancer that's spreading in your throat. Think you're upset over the Yanks. I'm sorry, man. Keep us updated there, CT Cards. I'm very sorry to hear that. I'll be thinking of you, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Keep us in the loop. Let us know what's going on. All right. Yeah, no worries. CT Cards. How serious is your cancer? Did they say? Let me know in the chat. Sorry to hear that. But let's see who else we got in the chat here. Let me go down the list here. Yeah, the chat's on fire. Everybody's on fire. Oh, Zanley's in the chat. What's up, Zanley? How's it going? We got Joseph Salvatore. How's it going? Referee, what's up? How's it going, referee? Jace Peer, what is up? Desiree, what up? How's it going? Desiree? John the Beagle Dad, what is up? Dennis is in the building. What's up? Oh, nah, it's Knicks NYK. Just so everybody sees it. It's not Mets colors. I know. There you go. John the Beagle Dad, I don't know where Erica's been. I know you've been asking that question. I truly don't know. So maybe she's busy. Maybe she's got some other things going on. I couldn't tell you. But folks, So yeah, a lot has happened in the last 24 hours, right? Obviously we all know the result of the World Series. It's done. It's over, right? We've talked about it. We beat it up pretty good. And here we are now in the offseason. Free agency officially begins on Monday, right? And in the last 24 hours, Gerrit Cole today opted out of his contract. Anthony Rizzo's option has been declined. Luke Weaver is back, right? So I don't, how do you all feel about these moves? Was anybody surprised by any of these moves? Let me know in the chat. Was anybody surprised by these moves? So John the Beagle Dad saying he's not surprised. Dennis is saying he's not surprised. I'm not surprised either. It would have been silly if they didn't bring back Luke Weaver. I mean, he's on the cheap. He's like he's going to cost him $2.5 million. I mean, Rizzo's option being declined. Nobody should be surprised about that. But I am wondering what's going to happen. Or do the Yankees bring back Gerrit Cole? I did put that poll out there, right? So looks like there's 19 of you that have voted and 20 now. So 80% of you are saying that he is going to be brought back. The 20% of you are saying that they're going to let him walk. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the Cole situation, but honestly, Jacob, I think they do bring him back. I think they bring him back. I truly think they're going to bring Soto back too. I mean, they're definitely going to make Juan Soto a priority. I mean, they can void his option, but that's the thing with Cole's contract. They can void that option. He opted out, which is he was able to. But I don't think they're I think they could not I think, but they could void it, and I think the Yankees will void it. You never know, Brad. You never know. This is why we have these conversations. I don't think he will. I think they're going to void his opt out and add in that extra year, and I think he'll be back. Anthony Rizzo, I think he'll be playing for a different team next season. What team that is, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean, he could go back to the Cubs. He could potentially go to the Astros. You never know. I mean, the Mets could pick him up on a 1-year deal, assuming that they're not going to bring back Pete Alonso. I'm just throwing out, just some ideas out there. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. If we're getting into like some predictions, I could see a scenario where Anthony Rizzo could sign a 1-year deal with any of those teams that I mentioned. What's up, Jack? How's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's why, the Yankees have control because they can void that opt out and add that extra year to his contract, and he'll be back with the New York Yankees, which I'm expecting the Yankees to do. I don't see him going anywhere. And Jacob is saying that there's rumors going around that the Mets offer for Soto is going to be around 12 for $660. What rumors are this? Who's saying this stuff? Because this is part of the offseason where everything is all speculation at this point. It's all speculation. There's going to be a lot of stories out there saying that, rumor has it Mets are going to do this, or rumor has it the Yankees are going to do that. Like there's going to be so many of these type of stories coming out that you got to be real careful because, some of it is false. Some of it is a speculation. It's just for clicks, right? It's clickbait. So be aware of that. Do be aware of that. And Ken, I'm trying to see when the QOs are for Major League Baseball players. So I'm trying to find that date. I want to say it's sometime this month. I just don't remember the exact date. I know free agency obviously will be officially starts on Monday. That much I do know. Soto is a priority for sure for the fan base. I'm not convinced that he is with the front office. Soto could wreck the offseason for the Yankees. He could. I mean, I don't know what the Yankees plan on offering, and we don't know what Soto is looking for. Okay, so Jacob Petruzzi just sent me. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's the person that tweeted that. I'm going to tread slowly, and if John Heyman was the one that reported that 12 for 660, I'm going to tread on that too because John Heyman has been wrong before. So, I don't think he's as reliable of a source. And, a lot of fans like to say that he's Scott Boris's mouth. So, I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Soto is going to be great. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of clickbaits for Juan Soto. This Tuesday for the QO. Thank you for that, Acevedo. Yeah, I knew it was this month. I just wasn't sure of the date. So the Q. Let's see what happens there. Do we think the Yankees are going to QO Gleyber Torres? Do we think they give him a qualifying offer? I think they will. I think he gets a QO. No, they can all be on free agents. Yeah, exactly. Acevedo doesn't mean that they're gonna get him. I mean, we all know that the teams like the New York Mets are going to be in on Juan Soto. That's a fact. There's going to be a lot of teams on Juan Soto, but that should come as no surprise when it comes to Soto. We all knew that he was going to test the market, and when I was on with Ace yesterday. We were talking about Soto's conference after the after the World Series game, after Game 5, and the things that he said. I think people are reading too much into it. I mean, of course, the guy's going to come out and say that he's open to every team. Why would he not say that? Why would he not say that? So, of course, he's going to say that. He's making himself available. If he just said, no, I want to come back to the New York Yankees, to me, that gives the New York Yankees leverage. Is that what you want to do? I mean, if you're a free agent and you're a big name, you're not going to do that. So just to give my 2 cents on that. After the World Series finishes, if the numbers are being rumored, then there will be consequences. Right. That I know that, Brad. So QO is 5 p.m. Monday. Close deadline is 5 p.m. tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, 21 million, and teams have until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. And players to accept. I see. Okay. Yeah, the QO number is 21 million. I remember reading that a while back. That was K trying to make Soto a villain. I mean, yeah, again, I don't know why folks were like reading too much into what Soto said. He said exactly what he was supposed to say. New York Knicks, people. New York Knicks, I promise. NYK. Here you go. Stop Mets. All right. Don't let the colors fool you. It's Mets. No, there's definitely deadlines. But shout out to my guy Ace. What up, Ace? How's it going, man? Good to always see you in the chats, man. It was good. It was good hanging out with you yesterday and chatting it up about the World Series and what the next moves are going to be. Let me just do this for Ace real quick. All right. Ace side, did you a solid? And I really got a Mets hoodie with a Knicks patch. Yeah, right. I'm one of those fair weather fans. Jacob just had a huge pile of LI's crack calling, and if you had trader, he's too busy sleeping on his couch these days. What's going on? LI is calling people traitors. Am I a traitor now? There you go. Yeah, as Ace. There you go, baby. I got you. I told you I was going to get you. And thank you for doing that, Jacob. Make sure you all subscribe to the Ace Avenue if you have not yet. D-Rod, what's up, man? Good afternoon. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I told you I was going to get you. I'm a man of my word. Exactly. Yes, D-Rod. This is what I'm saying. Man. It's like Soto said exactly what he was supposed to say. And, if Soto goes to the team that gives him the most money, so I mean, he's going to. So be it. Yeah, D-Rod, I'm not going to pull up that comment. Whatever you say there, pal. Damn clown. Yeah, Ace is he's on the road to 2K. I'm on the road to 2K slowly but surely. I have a goal to try and get to 2K by spring training. That would be amazing if I could get to spring training by, or get to 2,000 subs by spring training. That would be awesome. Yeah, Soto does handle the media well. Absolutely. Well, only good thing is he was wearing Yanks gear post game. Some people include Cole was wearing Boras core stuff post game. Yeah, I'm not going to read too much into it. Just like Judge did, Soto bet on himself 3 years ago when he left $440 million on the table. Yeah, and you can't blame Soto for that. I don't blame him. I don't blame Juan Soto one bit for that. I mean, he knew his worth, and he was confident in himself, and he has proven himself. So I still say the Yankees are going to find a way are going to do what they can to bring him back, because they've been trying to go after him for quite some time. Christian Walker, that's a name that's been mentioned a lot there, James. So if they don't work anything out with Rizzo, which they already declined his option, I don't know if they'll sit back down and try to renegotiate. But Christian Walker would be a good pickup. I wouldn't mind Christian Walker for like a 2-year deal potentially, because I want to say he's a little bit up there in age. Soto's right to FA to go wherever he wants. The Yankees have to make sure they come correct with the bid. Right, exactly. And there's LI. How's it going, LI? People that want to let Cole go get Burns is wild. Yeah, I know Back It Up Binge suggested that earlier in the chat. He made a mention of Gerrit Cole, or maybe the Yankees going after Corbin Burns or Blake Snell, which I don't want Blake Snell. I mean, I'll admit this past offseason earlier in the year, like I wanted the Yankees to go after Blake Snell, but at the right price, so apparently they made an offer for Blake Snell, but we don't know what the offer was, because according to Brian Cashman, whatever reports were coming out about what was offered to Blake Snell is not true. Corbin Burns, I believe, does have a QO. Which is why I think they don't go after Corbin Burns. Walker's 34. He's receiving a QO from the D-backs. I could see that. What are my thoughts on Pete Alonso move as a backup plan if the Yankees don't get Soto? Honestly, Ace, I personally don't want Pete Alonso. It's not, I don't have anything against him. I just don't know. I don't really want him on the Yankees, honestly. Right. That's just me. It's just you can't, I don't know. Soto's just, to me, you can't replace him. I know there's a lot of folks that complain about his defense, but we already knew that his defense wasn't the greatest. But Pete Alonso, again, he's a first base is in need. I just don't know if I would go the Pete Alonso direction. What are your thoughts there, Ace? Rizzo may come back at a lower price. He could help Rice with first base or other players. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they decide to renegotiate at a lower money, then yeah, I could potentially see them bringing back Rizzo. But honestly, I don't see Rizzo coming back. But that's just me, D-Rod. And who reported that, LI? If that's the case, great. I just didn't see anything myself. Yeah, well, you're going to have to give up a lot for Vlad Jr. With Bellinger opting in, it doesn't hurt to see what that package would be. Well, what was Bellinger's numbers this season? I'm curious because did he have a good season? I want to pull that up real quick. I mean, 266 batting average. He had 18 home runs, 78 RBIs. He had a on base percentage of 325, 137 hits, 18 home runs, struck out 89 times, walked 45. I mean, his numbers were down a little bit from 2023. Yeah, Alonso, Vlad, I am going with Vlad. I mean, listen, if I had to pick out of the two and you told me, you know, you gotta make a choice right here, right now, I would I'd probably go with Vlad myself too over Pete Alonso. But I doubt they go. I doubt Vlad is going to be a Yankee. So is Cole any better than Rodon in big games? I think he is. Right, exactly. Yeah, and I'm not surprised that he opted back in with the Cubs. Like he would have been crazy if he didn't opt back in. It's the same thing with Jordan Montgomery. He opted back in with the Diamondbacks. Li, to post on Twitter is expected to pick up, according to a club source that's not confirming anything. Yeah, expected. It's Jim Bowden, so again, expected to extend the contract for one more year at 36 million, keeping him off the free agent market, according to the club source. I mean, usually when it's expected, it's the move is going to happen. It's going to go down. But is it gonna go down? I mean, we got to wait for official word, official confirmation, right? But I expect the Yankees to sign him to void his option and bring him back for that extra year. I do expect that. But that's just me. But um, what happens if the Yankees don't what? Oh, if the Yankees don't sign Cole, then I guess they're just going to have to look elsewhere in the market. Either they try to sign. I would assume, right, if they don't, uh, void his contract, which they're going to void his opt out or void his opt out. That's going to happen. But if they don't, then yeah, they're probably going to explore the free agent market. They'll probably explore with other teams and see if they could pull off a trade. I mean, those are things that I can see happening. That's what I'm saying. I think the Yankees are going to pick up his option. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. Yeah, Cole's a great pitcher that can perform in New York. No way they let him walk. I don't think so either, man. I don't think so either. I can't. I don't see it happening. Well, if I had a choice between Vlad and Alonso, I'd go Vlad. But I'm not. I don't really want. I don't really want the Yankees to go after Vlad, honestly. But they're not going to go after Vlad. They're not going to go after Alonso. At least, unless if they completely throw me off. Yeah, but not all 30 teams can afford Soto. Well, not all 30 teams are going to afford Soto, but Soto again is doing his job, letting everyone know that he is available to whoever wants him. I mean, you expect a guy like him to say that. You expect any player that's a free agent to say that, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's Juan Soto. I wish I had an answer for you, Acevedo. I don't know. I'm not in the room with Cashman and company. I wish I had an answer for you. But Li tagged me in this tweet that Jim Bowden put out a couple of hours ago, saying that the Yankees are expected to extend the contract of Gerrit Cole for one more year at $36 million, keeping him off the free agent market, according to a club source. So this is the club source talking. I mean, yeah, I'm cool with Oswaldo Cabrera, actually. I'm cool with Oswaldo Cabrera. I mean, we complain about him not getting any playing time, right? And the Yankees do a disservice of Oswaldo Cabrera. Yeah, I don't know what the Yankees will do at first base. I just don't see Alonso or Vlad, so I don't see either one of those happening. What's the rush to pick up the Cole option? I mean, it's just just seems like a lot of fans are probably thinking this should be a no brainer, that they should exercise his option or void his opt out and bring him back. What's taken so long, right? That's I'm sure that's a lot of that's probably what a lot of fans are thinking. And that deadline is what, tomorrow, to avoid that option. Gerrit Cole now is, I believe he is 34. Yeah, he's 34. He'll be 35 next year. Yeah, I just remember a club source said Ohtani was flying to Toronto to sign with the Blue Jays. Yeah, well, that's also true too. Dev Finch thinks the Yankees let Cole go. Ooh, okay. The Yankees might be seeing if they can extend the contract out to 7-year, $10 million deal, having Cole make. Could be. Might be. I mean, we don't know. Yeah, Arson Judge was going to the Giants, according to John Heyman. Yeah, Dennis, they're not going to bring back Rizzo. Okay, so Cole's deadline at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So by 5 p.m. tomorrow, we'll know if Cole is back or not, right? If his contract is or if his opt out is voided. Jazz at second. A lot of folks are speculating that. Birdie Waldo at third is a possibility next year. I think I could also see that as well. But I could see Waldo at first base too. I mean, Waldo could play anywhere in the infield, really. I mean, he could play the outfield, but he's better in the infield. At what cost, Li? What's your prediction? They're not going to move. I mean, look, if they ever move Volpe to second base, it won't be right. It won't be now. As of right now, Volpe's he's the shortstop, unless I'm that happens sooner or later. But I don't see Volpe moving to second base. There's no way. So did he not pitch well in Game 5 against the Dodgers? I mean, that was an excellent performance. Game 1, he pitched well too. I mean, he got taken out early because he was gassed. So, and this season, it wasn't his best. He didn't pitch the whole season because he was hurt, but he still had a good year, I think. Yeah, Vlad did say that, but he could always change his mind later. Yeah, if they don't pick his options, well, they need to get Burns. I see Burns. Honestly, I could see Corbin Burns either going to the Mets, maybe the Dodgers. He is a California guy. Max Fried, I wouldn't mind him, but he's another guy that I think could go to the Dodgers as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think he's also another California guy. I mean, Burns could go to the Astros too. I'm just saying. If they miss out on Soto, there's been talks about Santander. LI, the only way to move, if they were to get Willy Adames, then I could see Volpe moving to second, but they're not going to get Willy Adames. Right. In a few years, I could see that move happening, D-Rod. This is what I'm saying. I could see that move happening. I could see Volpe be moved to second base, but it's not going to happen now. Right, yeah. Li tagged me in that, Jacob. But it just sounds like it sounds like it's the way people are talking. It's like speculation, but I still say they're going to exercise his option. 2-year, $18 million, having him make $9 million per season. Would you go 1 year on Rizzo, Li, if you were able to? Right. Well, as of right now, he's not going to move to second. He's not going to move to second base right now. There's no way that they're going to move him. So, when Arias comes up, or that's a possibility. Ben Rice at first base. I hope Ben Rice gets another opportunity, but I think he will. I just don't know if he'll be the starting first baseman going into next year. I don't know, bro. You're the one who bought it for me. Why don't you tell us how much it cost? Hey, what's up, Darcy? Saying Judge right field and the Martian center field, Verdugo stays. I don't think Verdugo's coming back personally, but cool. Volpe shortstop, Oswaldo Cabrera third base, and if they don't sign Soto, they'll bring up Pete Alonso for first base. Yeah, true. I'd rather go 2 years on him personally, but like I said, it's going to cost you money to sleep on the couch. I already told everybody that it's going to cost $1 billion. But real quick, folks, we are 35 minutes into the live stream, so I appreciate everybody tuning in. We got about 110 people in that is tuning in right now. So from YouTube and X. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. We have a lot of folks tuning in. So you all are awesome. Thank you all so much. And if you're watching this for the first time, make sure you all hit that subscribe button and join in on the conversation. Can see the Yankees missing on Soto and sign Pete Alonso and Santander. It's listen. I'm not saying that my prediction is that the Yankees don't go after Pete Alonso. That's what I think. I think Pete Alonso, um, he might go to LA. He might go to the Astros. That's a possibility. That's what I'm thinking. Santander, I'm not sure about him. I'm not 100% on Santander. Cole could go back to Houston. No. Gerrit Cole's not going to go back to the Houston Astros. There's no way. After the World Series in 2019, and correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but there's no way. He said that he wasn't going to come back and sign back with the Astros. I doubt he's not going to go back to the Astros. Alonso to the Astros, it's what I'm thinking. Juan Soto signing with the Mets. Yeah, I could see the Mets are going to make a push for Juan Soto. The Yankees are going to. I know that there was a report that said that the Dodgers were going to. Then there was another report that said that wasn't true. But the Dodgers are going to check. They're definitely going to check in. There's going to be a lot of teams checking in on Juan Soto, for no doubt. Alonso to Seattle or the Cubs or the Nationals could be. I would as far as the Yankees news goes, I'm glad that they brought back Luke Weaver. I would have been extremely surprised. I would have been in shock if the Yankees didn't exercise Luke Weaver's option, but I am glad he's back. Luke Weaver, I had all the confidence in the world in this for this guy. When the Yankees had signed him, I know some people didn't feel that way. I personally thought this guy was going to be a beast, and he was. So he definitely proved himself. The guy was a savage on the mound. When he took over the closer role, he was exceptional in the closer role. So, and the fact of the matter is, you can bring him in, 2-3 innings, and he will deliver. So Weaver was great. There's other names that I think are not going to be back, but I'm going to save that for Monday, since free agency will begin on Monday. So, I'll go live, and then we'll discuss. Can the Yankees sign Alex Bregman? They can. Are they going to? That's the question. Personally, they could check in. They might check in. I don't know. If I, again, had to guess, I don't think they're going to go after Alex Bregman. They'll probably go with, either Jazz at third base, or they'll do a platoon of Oswaldo Cabrera and John Birdie is what I'm thinking. Check in to make the price higher. I mean, there's going to be a bidding war, no doubt. I'm assuming we're talking about Juan Soto there, Acevedo. I think his best years are behind him. Who are we talking about? Well, they definitely need a first baseman. I don't see Rizzo coming back. If he's back, fine. I'm not gonna complain. But I feel like Rizzo's best days are behind him, unfortunately, and it's inevitable. I don't see Rizzo coming back. If he is back, fine. Yeah, Bregman's best years. I would agree. But I don't think they're going to go after Bregman. Rodon has a no trade clause, so you're not going to be able to trade him. Juan Soto eyeing a historic $700 million Major League Baseball free agency contract. Well, You know, Boris. You know, Boris is he's gonna ask for 700 million. I'm sure he'll make an attempt. You know, since that's what Shohei Otani's contract is. Of course, a lot of that money's deferred. When you look at present day value, the contract is worth 460 million. Yeah, and Rodon's not going to get traded. Marcus Stroman, I see getting traded. That's a possibility. Nestor is a possibility. I don't know. My opinion, plan B has to be Teoscar or Santander, Adames, Bregman, Lee, or Rosario. See, I wouldn't mind Teoscar. That guy's a beast. I wouldn't mind Teoscar at all. That guy's a beast. Adames, I'd be thrilled. I just don't know. I just don't know that that's going to happen. Bregman, listen, I'm sure the Yankees might check in, but I don't see it. Lee or Rosario. Rosario, are we talking about Ahmed Rosario there, Jacob? Yeah, 468 million is the price to beat. It's definitely going to be the start of. I mean, that's where the conversation is going to be like, right? They're they're going to use that present day value as far as Soto's contract goes and what kind of money he's going to get. You know, but Soto's contract is going to be over 500. That's for freaking sure. 600 million is if it got to 600 million, don't be surprised. You know, I'm not saying that it will, but I wouldn't be surprised. They could shop Rodon, but I mean, Rodon could easily again. He's got the he's got the no trade clause. He could say no. That's what I hate about the no trade clauses, man. Possibly. Yeah, but do you think they'll start him, or they might you think he's just going to be a bench player with Rosario? I actually like Rosario personally. Was gonna him and Fairbanks, then the deal fell through. Well, I remember reading about Fairbanks, and that deal fell through. That's what I'm thinking too, Acevedo. I think Cortez is going to be shopped around. They could get some like a good bat or some good bullpen arms back or something. Good pitching. That would be awesome. At least 600 million. So you're thinking a team is going to offer him more than 600? I mean, baseball contracts are pretty insane. Jake Boss, what's up, man? He says, I'll start a crazy rumor. What if the Yanks, gun shy about Cole, saw something they didn't like with his injury and long term durability? You know, you never know. I mean, that would be the only option, third base, or can he play second? If they're assuming that they keep Jazz over at third, can he play second base? Yeah, I heard about Blake Snell opting out, Sean Manaea. Would you all want? I mean, what do you all think about Sean Manaea? Does Sean Manaea get looked at by the Yankees? Blake Snell is not going to happen. $600 million is easy for Soto. It's the years of contract that is the big Q. Yeah, exactly. Call on Cole as it relates to Soto. If the Yankees let Cole become a free agent rather than secure him by adding a year, it presumably gives them more flexibility and money, but they also weaken their team. And Soto says winning is a priority. Well, this is where the Yankees need to play their cards, and they need to be smart about how they play their cards. Rosario can play in the outfield as well, but he's better in the infield though. Am I right or wrong? On an extension, okay, I see. If Cole walks, he's the Dodgers the next day. I mean, Dodgers will spend. They'll spend the money. I mean, they deferred a lot of Otani's money, so yeah, they could easily go out and spend that money on a guy like Cole. I mean, I could Cole, Corbin Burns. I mean, you name it. So yeah, if he gets a QO, they probably won't go after Manaea. I don't think they'll go after any player that comes with a qualifying offer. You're right. He was a shortstop for the Mets in Cleveland. Yeah. Him at second base is not a bad option. Maybe platooning him in Durbin. Yeah, there's been I've heard a lot of great things about Caleb Durbin, but did the Yankees bring him up? You know, is he, I don't, do they have him as a starting second baseman? Yeah, he could be, but I don't know. I don't know if that happens. I'm really not sure if that happens. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Oh, the Bellinger dreams have, I think that's been dead for a while. They're not gonna, you could forget about Cody Bellinger. Look, honestly, I don't know about you all, but let's. I hope they bring Gerrit Cole back. I hope they do void his opt out. And it looks like 62 of you have voted, and 65% of you have said that Cole or the Yankees are going to bring Cole back. Where 35% of you are saying that he's not going to be brought back. So the majority of you feel that he'll be brought back. Well, yeah, Bellinger was definitely smart to take the option. Why wouldn't he? No, there's no team that's going to give him the money that he was looking for. And look what happened. A lot of Scott Boris's clients, a lot of these guys didn't sign till later. You know, like in the middle of spring training, and like they weren't even signed when spring training was over. So yeah, I mean, Cody Bellinger's not going to opt out because again, there's no team that's going to give him what he's looking for. And Scott Boras is not, if any of his clients, well, some of his clients are going to be free agents. They're not. He's not going to wait around. You know, he's not going to shoot himself and shoot his clients in the foot. Imagine if the Yankees don't do any moves this offseason, they just stick with the guy that they have now. That will be horrible. What guy are you talking about? Yeah, so Durbin could play third. He's better at second. He was also injured probably a good part of the season. I do remember that. You also have Vivas as well and Peraza. Yeah, I don't know what the heck the Yankees are going to do with Peraza. I'm at a loss as to what the Yankees are going to do with Peraza. Um, couldn't tell you, but Vivas, I know they had brought him up at one point during the season. They didn't play him. Durbin has been the name that I've been hearing a lot about. Judge along with the rest of the Yankees players are supposed to get the Yankees a ring. Judge is only one player. Yeah, I mean, if they're not going to play Peraza, then look to trade him while he still has value. You know, the question is, what team wants him? I mean, they've tried. They actually didn't. They tried trading him. If I'm not mistaken, in that Juan Soto package or the pitcher from the Seattle Mariners. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name. I do apologize. So um, I'm pretty sure they tried shopping him around. I mean, the Marlins wanted him with Gleyber Torres uh, 2 seasons ago, but they backed off. The Yankees. They almost had a trade done for Pablo Lopez, but the Yankees shut it down because the Marlins want Peraza. So LeMahieu and Rice at first base next year. I don't. LeMahieu is going to hardly get any playing time. Without Torres. Yes, Luis Castillo. Thank you so much. $25 million of Teoscar, $25 million of Santander instead of $50 million of Soto. You know, there might be some people that could agree with you on there with that there, Ken, from Myrtle Beach. So, yeah, that's a possibility. However, if Soto doesn't get signed by the Yankees, they're going to Yankees fans or the majority of the fan base are going to lose their minds. But Miami likes Peraza. A good what? Yeah, I mean, Soto's going to get brought back, right? I think the Yankees bring him back. I that's my prediction, right? The infield is the bigger concern here than the outfield. Honestly, the infield is where they need to put their focus on. He's better as a catcher. I do agree with that, Real Bill. In my opinion, Luis Castillo gets traded from Seattle. They don't have money. They have a great young starting pitchers. I'd rather them. What about George Kirby? Going all in this offseason, but unfortunately, he's not going to do that. Well, we've seen him spend a lot of money in the past. I mean, this team has spent so much money. I think that number is like $4 billion between 2010 till now. If I think that's the number. But $4 billion. I mean, they spent billions of dollars on contracts and had nothing to show for it, unfortunately. But to say that Hal doesn't spend money, he does spend money. They just, unfortunately, the money that they spend just hasn't worked out. And Nithin Ramachandra, what is up, man? What is up, Nithin? Shout out to my guy Nithin, who, I always shout out Nithin, man, because he him and his team are always, working hard behind the scenes, trying to get interviews for all of us content creators. And I've interviewed so many people this season. And Nathan, I think you're still in the chat, but I do want to, I absolutely want to get more guests on this channel, especially since it's off season. I want to get more guests on this channel. And says here, stay tuned, everyone. Our team's currently working on getting more guests I appreciate you and your team for that, man. So, yeah, hopefully we do. Yeah, I want to get more guests during the off season. I think it'll be perfect. Just make sure you hit me up about times and stuff like that too. So just to make sure I'm good to go. And that I can see that happening. Soto being the only free agent signing, and then everything else happens through a trade. Yeah, Machado, Harper, Cole, Judge on the same team and still had a lower payroll than what we got now. I mean, I know they didn't even make an attempt with Bryce Harper, but look, I like Bryce Harper, but the guy does get hurt a lot, right? He's not different from Giancarlo when it comes to injuries. I mean, he was hurt earlier this season. He had Tommy John at one point in his career, so the guy is injury prone, and he's been with the Phillies. He's been playing well with the Phillies, but unfortunately, the Phillies as a team haven't been able to get any World Series championships. Would he have done it with Judge with the Yankees? Who knows? I believe they wanted Volpe or Dom for Castillo. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think Dominguez might have been in that conversation. Yeah, hold on. So they produced really good players. Like Judge is that guy, right? And if you want to argue, I mean, you can argue amongst yourselves, but a lot of people felt that Gary Sanchez was also that guy too. We'll see what happens with Austin Wells. I mean, Clark Schmidt, he's been good, right? I mean, Judge is the best player in the sport, I think. Castillo will get traded for salary dump. You can get him without. You can get him without trading a top prospect. Yeah. Did they explore that route though? I mean, is it going to happen? Yeah, and Big G has been producing in the playoffs in the postseason. We saw what he did in this postseason. Every postseason that he's played for the Yankees, he's been absolutely bonkers. He plays better than Judge in the postseason. I mean, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, no doubt, yeah. Stanton gets hurt every year. The guy can't run, but he's still a threat at the plate. And I agree with this statement wholeheartedly. I think Judge is the best hitter in the major leagues. Definitely. I'm with you. Bring back Cole. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The amount of people that wanted to DFA Giancarlo, I just couldn't believe it. And they wanted to trade him. It's just like, okay, again, how do you trade the guy? Yeah, I don't know who I don't know who they're going to lose in the Rule 5. I'm interested to see what happens. Yeah, they're hurting for money. Is it because of that TV deal, D-Rod? Weren't they and the Texas Rangers, weren't they having some issues with like the TV deal? That's why they can't really spend any money. That's why, they were like exploring trades. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think the TV deals were the big issue here. So, yes indeed. All of baseball is going to change going into 2025 TV deals. Yeah, Bally's was that channel. There was issues with that. Yeah, the TV deals it's ridiculous, man. I agree. It is nonsense. It is a bunch of nonsense. I do agree with you, Acevedo. It's greed, man. It's all this greed. All these companies want, they want all the money that they can get, and people that get screwed over, the fans, unfortunately, dropped MLB because of blackouts. Yeah, that I do know. That's too bad. Yankees want to pay 35 million for age. Yeah, if you're talking about Gerrit Cole, but all right, let's just say they let Gerrit Cole walk. They don't void his opt out. What now? What happens? Who do you add to that? Corbin Burns, right? I mean, you could do the Yankees sign Corbin Burns because he might demand that kind of money, right? Because again, you got to remember what the contract that Yamamoto got, right? So he kind of set the market a little bit. Yes, they could go after Burns. I mean, Max Fried, but are they going to be able to replace Gerrit Cole? A lot of fans want Cole back. I mean, he could be like a Justin Verlander or Justin Verlander. I mean, even in his late 30s, he was pitching well. Yeah, Burns is 29. He's gonna definitely demand a contract that's gonna take him into his late 30s. Waka, Bueller, pickup and star pitcher at trade. Well, Waka would be awesome. I just don't know if he replaces Gerrit Cole. Bueller, I mean, he pitched well, but is he able to replace Gerrit Cole? And they're not going to trade. They're not going to wait till the trade deadline to get a starting pitcher. Maybe they go after Flaherty. I mean, he's going to be a free agent. And exactly, yes, Ken. Thank you. And all those guys that you're mentioning there, Ken, from Myrtle. We got two Kens. So I'm gonna go Ken, and I'm gonna go Myrtle Beach Ken. So those guys um like Burns and those other guys that we're talking about, they come with QOs. The ball mess. Hmm. Yeah, so many TV deals. I signed Snell on a 1 year deal with an option like Snell did for lower money. I would entertain that, D-Rod. I would entertain that. Yeah, I think I'd say the Dodgers bring back Bueller. Yeah, I think. Look, I think the Yankees will bring back Gerrit Cole. All right, Rizzo, I do not see coming back. All right, I mean, unless I could be wrong on this, but I don't see Rizzo coming back. What they do at first base, I don't know. I'm happy that they brought Luke Weaver back. That was a no brainer. Got to wonder what other moves the Yankees are going to make and what they're going to do because they got some other players that are free agents, right? Besides Juan Soto, that are free agents. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, your son gets the inside scoop on the Dodgers, huh? Yeah, I in a trade package, I wonder who you would have to include to get Castillo. What is Castillo? What is he getting paid? Can't Rodon, Hill, Schmidt, Poteet, and two other cheaper signings at least get us to the playoffs? Then at the deadline, get a top starter. Look at what LA did with no starting staff. Are the Yankees capable of that though? So I mean, okay, Rodon. There's a lot of folks that don't trust him, right? I think Rodon's good. I think he had a bounce back this season. Hill is still having control and command issues, or else he's got a lot of potential. He's shown that this season. Schmidt, he's good. Even prior to his injury, I mean, he was good. He was pitching well, but he'd be a solid number three. Poteet is good. Poteet is good. I don't know. You could use him as a starter, as a bullpen guy. But the Yankees need a solid rotation though. I just don't know if these four that you named are going to be enough. And what cheaper signings? Who are you thinking? Yeah, but the Dodgers, yeah, they didn't have the starting pitching staff, right? But I mean, they were good. They were still good. Yamamoto, what's his face? Flaherty, Bueller, but they also had a good bullpen too. Their lineup was also fantastic as well. So the Dodgers weren't like complete like this bad team. Well, yeah, a few bullpen. Holmes is gone. I think Canley is gone as well. And his last good season was 2019. Not a Cole replacement. Bueller's a two-time TJ surgery guy. Hasn't been effective since his return from TJ. Do we want the Yankees to get another injury-prone player? I mean, if Poteet will be back, what's Poteet's contract? Oh, it's a 1 year. I'd say the Yankees. I think the Yankees bring him back. Honestly, Severino. I think those days are over with him and the New York Yankees. Unfortunately, Severino. I like Luis Severino, but he was always injured. He was injured a lot with the Yankees. It just never worked. It just never panned out with him and the Yankees. Or else when he was on it, when he's on his game, he's on his game. Um, Kikuchi could be a cheap option. Waka, I wouldn't mind. I would love for the Yankees. I wouldn't mind if the Yankees got him. I like Michael Waka. He did well for the Royals. Eovaldi, I don't see the Yankees bringing him. Yeah, so he's got another year. He's got another year of control, and I believe he's in his pre-arb years, if I'm not mistaken. Well, yeah, Frank. I mean, exactly. He was always injured with the Yankees, and then he was healthy with the Mets. A little unusual. I don't know why that was the case, but Severino when he was with the Yankees, man, I was hoping him and Judge were, or him and Cole were going to be that 1-2 punch. It just never worked out. Right. This is what I'm saying. They didn't pitch 3 starters the entire season. Exactly. I think that's supposed to be Murakami, and I don't know if he's going to be available. Roki Sasaki is supposed to be available. Apparently, the Yankees have expressed interest in him, but Roki Sasaki would probably go to the Dodgers. Murakami, probably the same thing. So, but folks, I am going to wrap it up here, though, but I do appreciate everybody tuning in. I have over 130 people tuning in. So thank you all for spending your Saturday here. But I wanted to go live today because, the Gerrit Cole opting out of his contract, Anthony Rizzo's option being declined, Luke Weaver being back. So there was a few moves that went down. And there's been some other moves in Major League Baseball that went down too. So again, Eugenio Suarez back with the Diamondbacks. So is Jordan Montgomery. Jorge Soler was traded to the Angels. So Blake Snell opted out of his contract. So stay tuned, folks. It's the news and the reports are already coming out. There's going to be more news and reports like this. So stay tuned, folks, and buckle up because it's going to be a fun off season. I'm looking forward to the off season. So I know I was planning on going live tomorrow with Ace, but I'm gonna have to call that off. So I'm not gonna, and Ace, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but um I won't be live tomorrow. So I'm gonna try and go live on Monday though. And free agency is gonna open up. Maybe we'll hear some good news or some not good news, but we'll hear some like big news, some major news. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a wild offseason. It's going to be a wild winter. I'm looking forward to it. I know it stinks that there's no baseball and baseball is going to be over, but hopefully you're all into other sports. And 3 months till spring training. That's right, man. That's right. So we'll see what happens, though, people. We'll see what happens. All right. So stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with everyone you know. It does really help out with the channel. Of course, the big goal is to get to 2,000 subscribers by spring training. That would be amazing if we can make that happen. But let's see what goes down, folks. But enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will not be live tomorrow, but I will try to go live on Monday, and then probably Tuesday. We'll see, right? But Monday I want to try and go live. Tomorrow, yeah, not going to happen. I have there's a few things that came up, and I gotta take care of it. So until then, I'll see you all next time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.